Hey guys, welcome back to WetplateDreams, the vlog about 20 cameras and lenses. It's been a while since I made a video, and that's because I'm really started too many projects lately. I have two 8x10 cameras that I'm working on, also doing a video about a restoration project, so I'm quite swamped up with my work. But still, I thought make a short video for you. I have decided to clean some of my shelves, and I have quite some books here that I didn't really read in the last couple of years, so I thought I might give them away for free. So starting from this Sunday, for every order from the web shop or from me directly above 1,000 euro, you can choose a book from this stash or an item, and I will add this one to the package for free for you. So let's check out the books. There are some German books and there are some English books, so it's up to you. You can choose one. If it's not taken by then, it's yours. So let's start by some theoretical book, actually some philosophical, from Roland Barthes. It's about, it's probably one of the main philosophical aspects of photography or about photography, Die helle Kammer. And it's one of the books I read before I even started to work with Polaroid back then. A really interesting read, really. It's a short read, it's really compressed, and it's really fascinating about the philosophical aspect of how photography changed life and why you should or could make photographs at all. If you want this one, let me know. Then we have also something really nice, Camera Works, the complete photograph of Alfred Stieglitz. If you don't know Alfred Stieglitz, check him out. It's one of the most known early photographers, and he basically, it's lovely works here, really a lot of prints. He basically made photography famous in the USA, especially because I think he did start or help start one of the first galleries that focus on selling photography works as art. Really great book. Not only a nice read, but also a nice inspiration aesthetically. If you want this one, let me know. Here's another German book on the philosophical part on photography, Für eine Philosophie der Fotografie von Willem Flusser. It's a more modern approach than Roland Barthes, but also it's short and compressed, but full of thoughts and inspiration for your thought process. Next one, Capturing the Light by Roger Watson and Helen Rappaport. Yeah, it's also one of my early books. It's also a little bit worn. It's actually the history of photography. It's how everything started out, what were the first process used, first lenses, and so on. And yeah, Daguerre and everyone, Scott Archer's is also in there. Quite nice read about the history of photography. So if you want this one in your order, let me know. Next book is also another short read on the choice and use of photographic lenses by J.H. Dahlmeier himself. So it's a authentic reprint of his writings, and I'm not sure which time. I think 18 something. I can't remember it. 1874, yeah. If you're interested in this one, let me know. Next one is, yeah, Sally Mann. If you don't know Sally Mann, really look her up. She's one of the most inspirational contemporary wetplate artists. She's from the US and she's done fantastic work. It was one of my main inspiration before I started out with wetplate anyway. And this is about her family history, and also about her process, her approach on photography. Great read, and it's a book. Yeah, I'm not sure if you get it, if it's still in print, but you can get it here for free. Next book is in German, Die Fotografin Bertha Wenert Beckmann. I think I visited a exhibition of her work in Leipzig a couple of years ago and bought this book, so I guess you won't be even able to get it online. It was a really nice and interesting exhibition with, I think there are ambrotypes, and stereo pictures, and there's a lot of stuff in here. Really nice printing. You can see every detail. And I guess most of you won't know her name. And there is some history in German. Oh, look it up. The wooden box camera. Really nice book. If you want this one, let me know. And the next book is about surreal photography. It's about photo manipulation before there was even a Photoshop. So people took several images and used them for making really interesting surreal images. Might be an inspiration for some. I like this one, it's really nice. If you're interested, let me know. Next one is optisches Spielzeug. This is not about photography itself, it's about optical illusions or optical toys. And in the early days, das Praxinoskop. It's some optical illusions from the 18 and early 1900s. Really interesting book, and I guess you won't be able to get it online anywhere else. I think I found it in some antique bookshop in Germany. If you're interested in this one, let me know. Next book is Julia Margaret Cameron's Woman. It's about photography of her in the 1870s, I think, 1860s actually. Really nice photographic work. I mean, 1868, this is like, look at this. It's almost a Jugendstil, which came quite a decade later on. So her style was really interesting in those times. Look at this one. Really nice book with really nice prints, and there's also some history. It's in English actually, so it's for everybody. If you want this one, let me know. Next book is by German wetplate artist Jörg Kirchner. I think I bought this one from one of his exhibitions. Yeah, it's quite nice and honest wetplate work, portraiture. And if you're interested in this one, let me know. So now we come to a big one. It's from Hiroshi Sugimoto, also one of my early inspirations, and he made some fantastic large format works. There's also some photo manipulation and some scenery. I think he's most famous for his seascapes. It's a great book with quite some history, but also quite some photographic images. And also some color work. Yeah, it's a nice book, quite expensive I think, and you can get it for free. Just let me know. Next book. This one is actually Weltreise 1900 in farbigen Bildern. It's old photographs which were colored later on. I think they were colored in the probably. And it's a journey across the world in photographs. You get here France, Germany, Italy, Bosnian, Russia. I think those are really photographs you didn't see before. I think I'm sure I wasn't aware of them before. It's also China, and it looks quite contemporary because it's in color. But it's as I told you, it's what was touched up later on. If you're interested looking through this one, let me know. Here is an old book. It's actually in German and in English. So, The Pioneers of Photography, 1840 to 1900. I think it also includes quite some nice images in it. I think it features well-known photographers from those times, and including some example works made by them. Daguerreotypes from 1845. Yeah, right, really nice book you won't be able to find really often. And if you want this one, just let me know. Another old book, The Photographic Collector, from the National Museum of the Photography and Film Television. I'm not sure how much it dates back. 1983. I guess you won't be able to find this one also. It's in English, and it's a nice read about the history of photography, including also Julia Margaret Cameron, including some images and technical stuff, ads of photography makers. Might be an interesting book for someone. Oh, an ad for a box camera, for someone who's interested in the historic part of photography and yeah, photography items. One of the last books I have is After or Après. It's an art book from, I think it's a German photographer, and she also used wet plates to some degree. That's a diameter to be Petzval 8x10. Nice. Vogtländer Heliar. So I think I bought this book because of the that's a lot of nude stuff. No, I didn't buy it because of the nude stuff, but because of the lenses that were used to make some of the pictures. So I hope YouTube won't cut the video because of that. If you want this one, let me know. It's a really nice art book, some inspiration for someone. One of the last items is actually not a book, but it's something I found on I think an antique market at some point, a couple of years ago. And it's a box of Aqua dry plates. Super orthochromatic, yeah. And they are one of the last items is actually not a book, but it's something I found on I think an antique market at some point, a couple of years ago. And it's a box of Aqua dry plates. Super orthochromatic, yeah. And they are actually exposed, and you actually, it's hard to show it, but there are exposed plates. I think they're from the 70s, might also be 60s, 1960s, 70s. And they're showing some, I don't know, family life. And it would be kind of cool to, if someone would make prints out of those. And one would be able to trace back the family and give them back. I think that was my plan, but it never worked out. Never had the time for this one. So I hope maybe someone else. Oh, I think this one is nice. Maybe someone else has the time and the passion to do this, or maybe wants to store them properly. And if you want this project, belichtete Platten, exposed plates. So if you want this project, it's quite a heavy one. Small but heavy. Let me know. And last but not least, I have there's not photographic books, but I have two nice Calvin Hobbes books that I love to read in the past when I was younger, and I would like to pass them on to someone who still remembers those. And if you want this one, let me know. So thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you at the checkout in the web shop or in my mailbox, and I'll be back with a restoration video, hopefully quite soon. See you.